moron! Fucking moron! Oh. Hang on. Let me just pull my bearings together. Oh dear. Right, Red Bull. We need one of them. Could need more of one of them after this. Oh dear, I just really wanted to move on and carry on, but this is a problem when you expose someone. There will be a little bit of backlash, but this is the biggest backlash that's ever happened. You know what they say? I can't remember the actual word. Doth protest too much or something or other. You know what I'm saying? Hang on. So, we exposed the channel Spirit Encounters for using strings on clocks to move a clock, yeah, and selling dolls that are obviously not haunted, but are going to be haunted. We're going to take them to the I don't have to go through it again. Various things, and in a log cabin, except we don't have log cabins in the UK. Full stop. I don't think. Just in his attic. So. The guy that makes his website and is pretty much his manager, if you like, or best friend, whatever you want to call it, is called Mark Davies. Mark Davies sent some violent threats to me. I've done the videos on that. That's my last 2 videos. I thought that'd be that, and we'll just sort of move on. You know, funnily enough, I've been speaking to Chris, and yes, he had a complete meltdown on his stream. He drank himself ridiculous and had a big meltdown. A lot of people laughed at this and whatnot, and had no pity for him. Some ways I sort of did have a bit, and after speaking to him, I sort of weirdly enough quite like the guy in a weird sort of way. But people have told me he does this. What I mean by that is I like the guy in terms of he admitted he was drinking. He admitted it was in an attic, you know, and all the rest of it. But he did conclude by saying, well, I've got a Kinder Surprise for you, mate. That's almost like a sinister threat, if anything. So, But he did seem to acknowledge that, yeah, I've done stupid. Look, I'm going to carry on now and try and just do what I do. And I'm going to try and, you know, do things real. Because I'm sure he's probably caught something real and whatnot, you know. It's just, usually when people fraud their shit, it's when there's a dry period and they're not getting nothing. That happens. You cannot predict the paranormal, right? So... suddenly this profile comes up onto my thing, funnily enough, straight after this video, scratch his chin, called Paranormal, no, was it Para or Normal or something like that, Para or Normal, all in capital letters, like he's copying one of my descriptions on my videos, and he's attacking 2 things. 1, the dinosaur, yes, because the dinosaur is the spirit that speaks to me. No. And also the Charlie picture. Now, where's my phone? There it is. The Charlie picture. First thing he's proclaiming is, the Charlie picture, is he's put it through some special software, yeah, and apparently it's got lots of telltale signs of forgery and stuff. Mate, been there, done that, alright? I'm going to tell you something. I was there when that picture was taken, that's the first thing. Secondly, that to prove a point to someone, I sent that off to somebody who is a professional with photos, especially of the digital kind, okay? Now, I expected him to say, oh yeah, it's a ghost or whatnot, because I knew what I captured. And to my surprise, he didn't come back with, yeah, it's a ghost. He didn't say anything of the sort, okay? But he said something kind of interesting. His report was, and I'll dig it out somewhere if I can find it one way. It's in an email somewhere long ago, because this is years and years ago, and it said something along these lines. I cannot tell you that what you have caught is a ghost. I can't tell you anything of the sort. What I can tell you, however, is that image is what it is, in terms of when the lens was fired off of the phone or whatever device was used, the light, whatever the lens caught, is as is. Nothing has been changed. Nothing has been manipulated. Whatever was caught was caught. That is it. That is the original photo. There's nothing has been changed, manipulated to look more spookier or anything of the sort. Nothing. That is it. So, methinks you is lying, because if you did put it through your special software, and you are an expert with cameras, you'd have come to the same conclusion. Unless you're calling my professional mate, a complete fucking shit at his job, I don't know. But maybe you want to bash that out with him. Not that he probably cares. He's not in the paranormal field. He's a photographer, for fuck's sakes. But he does deal with people who, Photoshop and stuff. That's what he does. He makes adverts as well for, like, magazines and that. I haven't got any of his work here, obviously. But I'm just trying to give you an example. Like, Well, you know how to make adverts and stuff and put things in Photoshop, so he knows what he's doing. You know, knows exactly what he's doing. And like you said, the image is as it is. You know, there's nothing been changed. It is just the original image. We have a look at this lovely image. I'm sorry I have a cracked phone, but you know this, regular viewers. This is more for those that I'm just humouring him, if anything. Humouring. So, Charlie. Where is it? I'll probably put it in a thumbnail anyway. It just doesn't show up very well on a phone anyway. But if you put it on a big screen, a big proper screen, he's floating for fuck's sakes. First thing. So if that was me, how do I float? Secondly, if anyone knows the layout of my house, yes, the TV is now in the corner. That's where the Bang & Olufsen sits now. The Bang & Olufsen sits and the TV's now in the middle. That's our old TV, the big, one of those big old school CRT TVs. So yeah. But that's in the corner. He's blocking out the news. When the photo was taken, okay, there was nothing. I couldn't see nothing with my eyes. It wasn't like you could see him go, oh, there he is, take a picture. He used to do these clicks, these weird, like, static clicks, and people have heard these clicks on my videos as well. So, you know, you can stick that one up your ass if you think the clicks are made up. I suppose I'm clicking with my fingers. Yeah, is that it? And we used to take pictures of the direction of the click, and usually we get orbs. You know, loads of people get orbs and that. But this time we didn't get an orb, we got this. Look at it. If that is a fake picture, I am fucking the dom. That's all I can say. I am the fucking dom. The thing is, Mark, I don't have the know-how to make a convincing fake picture. I just don't have the know-how. It is as it is. It's just what's taken. It's on a camera. I mean, you could argue maybe. Well, it was done on a cheap. I say cheap, but it was good at the time. But on an older phone, camera phone, not a smartphone. We're talking, what, 2006, 7? You know what I mean? Well, it was over 10 years ago, 9 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, halfway through 2007, I believe it was taken, thereabouts, something like that. So my point is, you know, the phones back then, they didn't have many million megapixels. So maybe you could argue there's an anomaly on the lens. But look at the shape of it. Look at the fact that we'd had a resident here, which 12th hour came into our house and told us what we had. We did an Ouija board at the start, because we didn't have spirit boxes back then. And it spelt an Ouija board CHARL. And I had someone who's a bit too keen on me. Oh, Charlotte! Yes, so this Charlie figure was Charlotte for a long time, until the medians come in and explained who he was, etc. So the dinosaur, yes, the dinosaur. How the hell did I come up to this magic conclusion that my toy is speaking to me? Oh my god, I'm fucking crazy. No, it was a long time coming, I'll tell you that much. It was just seemed a faulty toy for a long time. It was my daughter's toy, and just left, and it would go off every so often, didn't think much about it. The first coming of it, of realising what it might be, was when I discovered magnitude mode. What's magnitude mode, I hear you ask, Mark? You know what, Mark? You can find out what the fuck magnitude mode is. I'm not going to do your job for you. If you want to try and expose me for bringing real evidence, and, you know, this is my contribution to the paranormal field, if you like. You see, I don't contribute anything at all. Well, I've just saved anyone who owns an SB7 a shitload of money, because, yeah, if you, like I said, go and watch my video, Huff Gets Sucker Punched. No, it's not a video of Huff being punched, you fucking wally. But what it is magnitude mode being used on a guitar amp, which is so much more clearer and direct responses coming out. So, I suppose you're going to bust that one. I've got, I don't know, a tape player behind there or something. I don't know. See, the thing is, I'm as is, yeah, in terms of, I just press record and off we go. Alright, going back to the dinosaur. When I discovered magnitude mode, I thought it's actually a fault on the Mark II PSP7s. And if you boot up too quick, which is how you engage it, if you like, it goes all quiet. And I thought, for fuck's sake, Chinese piece of shit. But the dinosaur went off at that time. And I thought, what? So I stuck the box to my ear, and talking was coming through it. I said, is that you? And the dinosaur went off at the same time as the talking come through there. Oh my fucking god. I suddenly worked out what the hell was going on. Now, that's not the only event. There are many, many other events and many, many other coincidences and stuff. The one that done it that made me go, yeah, okay, spirits are fucking about this thing. And it's just like them using a K2 meter. It is no different from them using that. You know, when you ask questions on K2, you can fool a K2 meter. Of course you can. You can, I don't know, put it near a speaker and it'll go off, yeah? You can do that. You can fool a K2 meter, of course. I don't really know how you could fool a dinosaur going off on its own. I mean, how do you make it go off on its own? I don't really know how you do that. And it ain't no fucking wiring problem, because it can sit there for hours and hours with nothing going through it. You know? What clinched it was both me and my wife were asleep in bed. We'd done a spirit box session with the dinosaur going off on the right times. Yeah, lovely, good session. We went to sleep. The dinosaur had fell quiet about halfway through the spirit box session, so I forgot to turn the dinosaur off. I forgot all about it because it was quiet. We went to bed. I put the dinosaur down next to me along my spirit box over in the corner over there. Oh, look at my state of his fucking wardrobe. I'll explain that in a minute for you as well if you want. Bearing in mind we are moving house pretty soon. Yes, we are another step closer to moving house. We might even get a brand new house if we're very lucky. Because we're benefit sponges. Fucking moron. So, oops. Yes, get into the story, and most of you already know this. Yeah, the dinosaur is still on, but I don't really think much. I thought I turned it off, if you like. I didn't think nothing of it because it was quiet. And in the morning, I woke up. I said, "Morning, darling." She said, "Morning, me." And then a fucking dinosaur, in a deep voice, I cannot describe it. It's just very, very deep. Said, "Good morning," and it was quite loud. I thought, "What the fuck?" And she heard it too. We heard it. Did we capture it on film? Of course we didn't capture it on film. We had no idea if that was going to happen. And that's half a problem with the paranormal. You cannot predict it. That's why live streams are so good, I suppose, because they go on for such a long time. The only bad bit is you have to wade through them if you're a viewer and you want to see if something happened, unless someone puts timestamps in for you, you know. But yeah, no, seriously. So if they can hijack it and talk, that says something to me. Now, I have begged, I have pleaded, I have asked, can you please do it again? I've never heard it talk since. 2 words, good morning, and it was deep. Yeah, so as for my accounts of Chice, there's another thing he's grilling me for. Oh, he wasn't there, he's just taking his wife's words for it. You fucking dolt. Of course I was there, you moron. The only time I wasn't there was for the first 2 years of it happening. I walked in on it, if you like. My wife said, right, before we, start getting together, I just need to tell you I have a spirit called Charlie. Now, I laughed at her. I don't believe in any of this shit. None of it. I don't believe in any of her paranormal at the time. Why? Because I've never had any experiences. Why would you believe something if you've never had an experience, right? Yeah. So anyway, that very night, I've told the story so many times. Man, you need to watch more of my videos if you're going to try and out me. You really do. Okay, it's hard to keep up. I do a video every day practically, but that's your fucking problem, not mine. Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now. I never read born, I'll come back to it. That was it. She told me she had a spirit. I laughed at her, didn't believe her. That very night, I slept there. I was woken up at about, say, 4 o'clock in the morning, thereabouts. Maybe 1:45, 1:15, I don't know the exact time. But it was very early in the morning, and I was woken up to the sound of what can only be described as either World War I or World War II type music. I can't describe the music very well, but what I can say, if I ever heard it again, so if it's a famous song or something, if I ever come across it again, I would recognise it. And it was loud. It was loud, pretty fucking loud. I didn't go, "Oh my god, that's a ghost, oh my god, that must be him." No, I didn't think at all. Do you know what I thought? I thought, that's a cool alarm clock. I didn't know she was into sort of old school music. I know she liked fucking, Green Day and whatever else, and the reason why we're getting together. Interesting. So when 9 o'clock comes, she woke up and I said, that's a cool alarm clock you got there. What alarm clock? And I proceeded to explain. She was like, yeah, you're going to see a lot more strange things happening around here. And I sort of thought about it. And more things happened. I've told you all the stories. I don't need to go through. I don't need to justify myself to a dude who's butthurt because I've destroyed his sales quota for the fucking next period of 2017. He's just very, very bitter about that and has got many, many profiles. Mark Davies, you're exposed, buddy. So just deal with it. Move on. And now I want to move on. I did a spirit box session last night because we were woken up by a noise. And the only way I can describe the noise was that porcelain sound, but it's a lot louder, like something's fucking about the doll. No, this doll is not haunted before anyone says anything. It's just a doll called Mary Magnitude. But she's not haunted to my knowledge or anything like that. But if I take her down the woods, she might. But no, we were woken up to it. I thought, well, fuck's sake. And so I put on the spirit box. I didn't really get much. I mean, I might upload it. You know, maybe you'll hear something. But I was pretty cross. I was like, well, if you're going to wake us up and get our attention, at least fucking talk through the box well. There's a few things, but nothing. They weren't very clear at all, really. But I'll upload it later, maybe. So yeah, getting back and doing it, and you know. But yeah, I just wanted to make a few points of this dolt who is apparently going to upload more because he's desperate for the subscribers. Clearly, he says it's not about the subscribers and you know all the rest of it. But you know. It's like this, dude. I do understand in some ways what you say, that people proclaim something's paranormal very quickly when it's not. But it certainly isn't paranormal if a fish wire is attached to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah? And this wasn't like something that, you know, happened overnight and thought, hey, it made a noise, so it must be, you know. This is a long, long time coming to this conclusion, and even then I'm not always 100%. I've made my point on it several times, but I'm not 100% with it. Like, I'll tell you who it works best for. Mrs. Magnitude. It fucking works best with her. She'll tell it to press fucking the button 4 times, and it presses it 4 times. I've even got a video of that somewhere, I think. You know, it'll answer to her more than me. In fact, if you want to validate this, go to Proving Demons, okay? We were there before we were doing our TV thing at Bodmin Jail, and we used the dinosaur along with the spirit box. And this is rude, seriously, I shit you not. Because you haven't done your research, have you, on me at all? And, Proving Demons asked, why do you seem to be more cooperative to Mrs. Magnitude as opposed to me? And it basically said that it liked to it because it could touch her pussy. That's what it said. I shit you not, because it could touch her pussy. So I don't know if David's a good or bad spirit, or he's just joking. He's not my guide. I don't know who my guide is. I am not a psychic. I am not a medium. I never have claimed to be such things. In fact, if you want to do some more research on me, you fucking dolt, type in Paranormal X and Order. There's a really good investigation to show you my skill set, shall we? Yeah? Paranormal X and Order. Yeah, Paranormal X come down here, who are very well respected and got comprehensive people, hence why they're in the TV show as well. And they've got, you know, they're fucking amazing, Paranormal X, and don't you even think about thinking they're fake. They are the fucking top bomb, and I'm absolutely honoured to be able to work with them. And anyway, yeah, they took me to Roundway Hill, which is where the Battle of the Roundheads and Cavaliers are. And yeah, we got some amazing responses through a spirit box, validating responses, not just fucking, you know, dead. Devil, which is what I get quite a lot anyway. I always get dead and devil and demon, all that shit. It's like typical words in spirit. No, we were having like a fucking full-on conversation almost. And of course the K2 was going off at the right time. It was a really, really good investigation. But if you don't believe in a K2, you don't believe in a spirit box, then what do you believe in? I don't know. Maybe we're just jumping too quick to it. Where's your evidence? That's what I want to know. What have you got to bring to the table? Bring it to the table and teach us what we're missing. That's what I say. Because this photo right here, to me, that looks kind of paranormal to me. That looks like, does that look normal to you? When you take a photo, is that what normally comes out to you? I don't know, you know. Oh, shit. This is all knee-jerk reaction. All of this is complete knee-jerk reaction. And I'm not going to spend any more videos on this, really. Each video he brings out, if you want me to address certain things, I certainly will. I'm always open to questions. I'm not going to run and hide or get drunk and make a fool of myself calling everyone wankers or whatever. You know, I'll address each fucking question you got. I'm not here to put a wall over your eyes. I'm just here to show you who's here to sell you things. And hopefully, in the meantime as well, go out and investigate myself. And I have done. I've got stuff, you know. Yeah, maybe a lot of my videos are vlogs as well. But at least you see behind the scenes, you know. This is why I'm so credible. You're on about why is Order so credible. He's credible because he shows you fucking everything. Even his personal life he pretty much shows you. So you don't get any more transparent than that. Comprende? Anyway, para or normal, whatever your fucking name is, Mark Davies. I'm sure I'll see you again, but I rather didn't. Just move on and do your own thing, man. You're busted. Not my fault. Not my problem. If you're gonna fucking fake your shit, be expected called out on it. And if you're gonna call me out on something, I can answer it. That's probably the main difference. I can answer it. Take care. Bye-bye, Phyllis. And thank you for all who know exactly what the fuck's going on. Oh, my word. I'll upload that Spirit Box session tonight, I expect. Like I said, it's not the best one in the world, but, you know, we were woken up by what sounded like... It's very similar, sounded like clicking on porcelain. I can't really describe it, but it woke all of us up, including my daughter. So I got the box out, and maybe you'll hear something, maybe I don't. That's another thing, I don't annotate my work, because I'm not the best at hearing stuff live. I'm getting better at it. I mean, only for really clear stuff. When they say Devil Demon or whatever else, it's very fucking clear. Fucking TV on that video. My God, that was clear. You can't deny that. I suppose I frauded that too, because I got a ghetto blaster in my back bum pocket. But, you know, you're butthurt, mate. You're fucking butthurt with this. You really are. And I don't blame you. I've destroyed your sales quota, haven't I? Sorry about that. Take care, Furtless. See you next time. Bye-bye.